So Tammy, Desert Oasis Recovery offers quite a wide range of treatment programs for different types of addiction and issues that people have in their lives when it comes to drug addiction, alcohol addiction, etc. One of the more important things I would think would be that once you've completed one of your programs, that they would have a support system built in with what you offer that would have follow-up and a strategy to follow to make sure that they stay sober. What do you put in place with your clients to make sure that they have their best chance of staying sober?
Well, outside of the education, that is almost one of the most important components of any treatment, and we differ just a little bit in that too. Typically when you go, let's say you get on a plane and you go out to another treatment center outside of your state. You go in for the experience, you feel really good, you start feeling healthy, you understand, you get the concept of 12 steps, you start feeling so good, and I think that the biggest thing that you have again is hope. So then you get on a plane and you go home. And what happens always, well I shouldn't say always, almost always, this is where we lose most people in relapse, is everybody's told the same thing when you leave treatment. Go to a meeting and get a sponsor. When you get back home, you got to go to a meeting. So you get on the plane, you go home, and you don't know anybody. All you have is your family and your friends. Often you come back to the same environment, and everybody's a little paranoid. They're not sure you're going to stay sober or you're not going to stay sober. So you're feeling a little pressure there and feeling a little anxious. And if you do go to a meeting, you'll sit in the back of the meeting and you don't know anybody, so you feel kind of alone there. And it's not the same warm fuzzy that you have when you're out in treatment going to the meetings, where everybody says, "Hi Jack, how are you doing?" So, you may not repeat that experience because it doesn't feel very good, and you think, I don't feel like drinking, I don't feel like using, I'm going to be okay. So the next thing you know, a couple of weeks have gone by, you haven't used. And 6 months and you're using again, and you're like, how did I get here? So you went to treatment, it didn't work. So we are, at Desert Oasis, are so diligent about the exit strategy. We make sure that our exit strategy for each client is tailored to wherever they come from. So that by the time they leave, they not only have a support network, but they know people by name. Those people know when they're coming home. All of that combined with our aftercare and our follow-up is absolutely one of the most components, because you can have the best program in the world, but if when people leave you, they go home and they relapse, you're not achieving what you could be achieving by developing an exit strategy like we have at Desert Oasis.
So it ends up being part of their lives, so you basically plug them into a routine and a strategy that basically builds into their life after their treatment's completed, that they've got a set routine they follow that makes sure that they work on being sober on an ongoing basis for the rest of their lives.
Absolutely.
So that sounds very important. So it wouldn't matter if they had an alcohol addiction, drug addiction, prescription drug addiction, any kind of addiction, that the end of your program, you're setting up a system that makes sure that they have the best possible chance of staying sober.
Absolutely, and we offer such a wide range of services that it's really interesting. I think we have an absolutely incredible program because we can treat any addiction, and the components that we use are not only the old tried and true. We're a 12-step based model, but we're also kind of new age in our approach because we believe in the 12 steps. So if you're an opiate addict, you're going to go to NA. If you're a cocaine addict, you're going to go to CA. Alcoholics Anonymous for the person that's struggling with alcohol. But with that, we also believe and know that doing things like active detox helps the body begin to heal, and the physical therapy and some of the meditations and some of the experiential things that we do, combine it all together to give our clients the best chance of living better lives, and all of that is topped off, if you were, like icing on a cake with an exit strategy that's designed for that individual that works for them.
So it's specifically designed for them and their life. Wherever they're living, they're going to plug them into all the channels.
That they need, and that's done before they ever leave. So it's not scary. Most of us, once we're not loaded, it's very hard to talk to strangers. It's hard to pick up the phone. It's hard to call someone and say, "Can you take me to a meeting?" So we take care of all the things before you ever even get home.
So by dealing with the fear, you face it head on and make that fear not an issue. Because the fear's not there, you say, look, it's not going to be a problem. We're going to plug into the system when you get home, so that way you continue to work on being sober and living a good life.